Coming home of the idea that we are all outward extensions of Christ. So if God is love, which is what I was taught in Sunday school, and we are an outward human expression of God, then we are, in essence, love, correct? Good. Okay, lesson one is complete. So since we are living expressions of this God that resides within us, we need to be cognizant of that fact. So I know that the holidays can bring out the best and the worst in all of us. There are some people who want to throw their arms around you simply because it's Christmas. There are other people who want to strangle you simply because it's Christmas. So I thought that was perfect. So obviously the holidays can really be a mixed bag on pretty much every level. We get so caught up in the commercial aspects of it, having to find the right gift, having to have the right clothes, that we lose sight of the most important part, which is giving. Mother Teresa says, it's not how much we give, but how much love we put into the giving. I think those are pretty powerful words. I think that if we concentrate and focus on our interconnectedness with all people, that we are extensions of something higher and greater than us, that it can probably help us stay in a more giving space during the holidays. When we can learn to transcend our differences, recognizing that there's really only one of us here, and that to love another person is to see the face of God. I love that. To love another person is to see the face of God. I like to think of love as kind of a safety net. And it really resonates for me, that kind of that visual. Don't we feel safest when we're in community or when we're around the people that we love the most? And I have a wonderful husband who just creates this incredible anchor for me. He's the anchor, I'm the kite. And everyone who knows us says that Alan keeps Karie grounded. So when I'm feeling that power of love and support around me, I can't help but be kinder and stronger and a better outward expression of that love that we're all made of. How many of us have truly seen the face of God in someone that we love, or in a baby's face, or maybe your pet, or a little kitten? Have you noticed how when you're around someone that you deeply admire, who you love, that you start to emulate some of their higher behaviors? I truly believe that our friends and our relationships here in Earth School, which is what I call my life, give us the opportunity to live at our highest expression of this God energy within us. There was a woman in the hospital gently cleaning the infected sores of the festering body of her friend when someone said, "I wouldn't do that for $1 million." She replied without pausing in her work, "Neither would I," she said. So I ask you, what would you do for love that you wouldn't do for money? The science of mind says, man will deliver himself from sickness and trouble in the exact proportion to his discovery of himself and his true relationship to the whole. So when we start to get it, that we are all connected, it shifts everything dramatically. I think when we truly get that, it can deliver us from this perceived insanity. Anybody notice that the world seems pretty crazy lately? And when we get it, that what we do to others, we truly are doing to ourselves. When we put out negative energy, it's a ripple effect. It's just going to come right back at us. Because we're just mirrors for each other. Doesn't it truly feel empowering and heartwarming to be in sacred service when we're out in the world? I mean, I love things like, when was the last time you smiled or hugged a stranger? I do it. It blows people away. I do it in lines in stores. I'll see somebody who's, you can just tell by their energy that they're having a rough time, and I'll either offer to let them go in front of me, or I'll just say, are you having a rough day? And usually they'll say, oh, gosh, it's just been the worst week. And I'll say, yeah, me too. You need a hug? That can be so, and sometimes they'll say, no, I'm good. But often they'll fall into your arms and give you the hug that you really needed. It's so simple, and we forget to do this. I mean, when was the last time that you sat with somebody and just listened? Jesus teaches us that we are all connected, and to love your brother as you love yourself. Boy, that's a pretty tall order. If we pay attention to what's coming up for us, in every moment we can remind ourselves that God can work through us, that we are living expressions of spirit, and just ask for guidance. It's always, always, always there to tune into. And remembering always that there's only one of us here. If we come into a room or a meeting and we're agitated, that's what we're bringing to the meeting. That's what's going to be mirrored back to us. If we can stop at the door and say, how can I serve? What will love do here today? How can I show up as that? It can shift everything.
I'll start today, prejudice put away, embrace each soul, knowing their whole. I won't decide at first glance, I'll give each person a chance. As I open up my heart, it's clear there's only one of us here. There's only one of us here.
Martin Luther King so brilliantly said, I have decided to stick with love. Hate is too great a burden to bear. Such powerful words. I love this because he is making a conscious decision to choose love over hate. And if anyone was treated hatefully, Martin Luther King was. But he consistently chose love over hate. This is such a powerful, powerful thing. Because what we resist persists. So if we're all about resisting hate and not embracing love, what are we putting out? More negative energy. So we have to be willing to make this personal shift in every moment, to be consciously aware that we can shift this. When we ask ourselves, what would love do here? And then we act accordingly, we show up with the highest possible energy that we can manifest. Angelita Lim said, I saw that you were perfect, and so I loved you. Then I saw that you were not perfect, and I loved you even more.
You are a child of love. I am a child of love. I know we will always be a precious child of love. A blessed child of love. I will search within, embrace awakening.
We are enough. Every single one of us. We are enough. We have enough. If all we give is a smile or a prayer, that's enough. If we can get to a place where we truly embody unconditional love and an awareness that we are all connected, that there is only one of us here, and that without each other, we don't exist. We can shift the planet. The power in realizing that we are just extensions of something greater and higher. You can call it whatever you want to call it. God, Spirit, Source, Jesus. We are all a part of this. The best and the most beautiful things in this world cannot be seen or even heard, but must be felt with the heart.